Wabarakatuh. This is Youth Views. My name is Tuala Issa Yusuf. Tonight we are appealing for the victims of the cyclone. And victims. As far as we know, more than 300 to 500 Somali victims has been killed by cyclone 2 weeks ago. And tonight we want to appeal to every single Somalian to make donations for these victims. Before I start the program, I would like to welcome the ADESO organization who are with us tonight. Kavina from ADESO, who are now in Nairobi, who is the fundraiser manager. She's not in UK, she's not here tonight, but she's joining on the line. And also Abdi Dahir, who is representative from ADESO organization. So first and foremost, I would like to welcome Kavina, who is in Nairobi now, and she will explain what ADESO does and when it was founded and what they're doing if they are in Puntland at the moment. Hello, Kavina. Hello. Welcome. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening to you all.
So where are you now?
I am in Nairobi, ADESO headquarters.
Right. Okay. Welcome to this program. This is we have appeal tonight, and you are representing for ADESO organization. So can you tell us a little bit what ADESO is standing for and when it was founded first?
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting us to your program tonight. My name is Kavina Mogwe. I work for ADESO Africa. ADESO is an ADESO stands for African Development Solutions. We're an African-founded, African-led, non-governmental organization. I know viewers in the UK will be wondering what INGOs mean, but basically it's an international version of charities in the UK. Now, we are international. We work in Somalia, South Sudan, and Kenya. Now, we're here on air tonight on the show to make an appeal to all our friends, family, brothers and sisters who are of Somali descent to come forward and help us raise well and much needed funding to support our brothers and sisters who've been affected by the cyclone that affected the east of Somalia over 2 weeks ago. Many people may have heard of the typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines, but very few people have actually heard of the cyclone that affects Somalia. And we're here tonight to make an appeal for funding to help those who've been affected in Somalia.
Right. We have had more than 300 to 500 have lost their lives, and also they lost their livestock. Can you tell us about what had happened there if your organization is there?
Well, in actual sense, the estimated figure is over 100,000 people have been affected. They may not have lost their lives, but being affected doesn't mean just it means a loss of livelihood for those who are, for instance, who are pastoralists, who rely on wild animals for their livelihoods, for those who are fishermen on the sea, whose fishing vessels were destroyed on that fateful day, and for those who have lost their homes because they were either flooded, and for those who really have obviously lost their loved ones to death. So it is estimated it's over 100,000 people who've been affected by this cyclone. Now, ADESO works in the area that has been very heavily damaged, the area of Puntland, where most of the damage has taken place, in providing emergency aid when such disasters happen. And our appeal tonight on television is really for donations for whatever denomination you have, whether it's £1, £2, £20, £50, to help those who've actually got nothing to eat as it is, because they have to move from what they once called a home to another place that nobody knows them, and they have nothing to eat. So any money that you can actually donate at this time of the year, when everybody empathizing with those who are in need and vulnerable, is much appreciated.
You're right. the cyclone has been hit in different parts around the world, and we know in Philippines has been hit, but Somalia is unreported world, and we don't have much coverage. So what kind of appeal do you want to reach? Are you appealing for only Somalians, or you just want to also appeal to the international community?
We are appealing to the international community. I do believe that your show really appeals to audiences who are of Somali origin. And probably that's the reason why I'm more or less mentioning the word people who are of Somali origin. But we are appealing to all well-wishers in the UK. As long as you live and reside in the United Kingdom or any part of the world, if you are watching this program tonight and listen to me right now, please come forward and make a donation. Later on, I'll be giving you details of how you can make a donation that will go directly to the individuals who've been affected.
Right. Did you contact it yourself or your organization to the Somali government?
Absolutely. On the ground, it's not just ADESO who's working with the communities affected. There are other organizations, including the United Nations agencies, who are actually on the ground trying to help. Now, you will also understand that, the more organizations come forward and appeal for assistance, the better the aid will trickle in. And just like Tesco says, every little helps. So that's why we're on air tonight, to rally for much needed support to help individuals in Somali. And yes, your answer to whether the government of Somalia has been approached. Yes, we work on the ground with the current government establishment, with community groups, non-government organizations, the UN, just about everybody who's on the ground to really work towards meeting the needs of the communities who have been affected.
Have you ever seen any malnourished children or the elders, or did you assess how damage is big?
Yes, indeed. When the cyclone took place, we have projects and programs that already are established in Somali. Abdi is well acquainted. Abdi, my colleague who's on the program tonight, who I will probably hand over after this to tell you more about what work we do on the ground. Our colleagues in Somali carried out assessments in each area that we work on to establish what damage has been done. Now, we are still conducting this. As you may be aware, once a disaster like this takes place, it's very difficult to actually travel because roads are damaged, power supply is damaged, and once you can't get to the interior of any affected village, that also delays the outcome and assessment that needs to be established to find out what the needs are. So we are still getting information. Information is still coming in as to how much the damage has been done. But Abdi Dahir, Mohammed Abdi Dahir, who works with me, does know what actually, how it is on the ground, and probably can tell you more than I can tell you. Would you like to ask him to answer that question?
Yeah. Can you hold on the line for a few minutes? I want to come to Abdi. Abdi, welcome.
I will indeed.
Yeah.
Yes,
Abdi,
indeed.
welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you.
As Kavina told us, the situation is grim, difficult.
Yeah.
Have you contacted the Somali community here while you're Somalian, and have you contacted the community and requested for appeal for the victims of the cyclone?
Yes, indeed. I think the first priority was to actually carry out a rapid need assessment on the ground. ADESO was the first organization who actually went all the way to Bandar Bela, and some of those areas are very remote, very inaccessible. And the first few days when the cyclone happened, ADESO teams were able to go to Bandar Bela and Ail, and they are the epicenter of the damage from the cyclone. And our teams, they carry out assessment of in terms of the livestock loss and human loss, material loss. I think it's like a lot of villages has been destroyed, a lot of homes has been destroyed, boats, schools. And our first of all, our decision was to collect information and then to appeal support from the wider community. And Adesso has got an experience on the ground. Like for example, in 2004, when the tsunami happened in that area, Adesso was the first organization who actually went there as well. So Adesso has got a first-hand experience. It's, as Kavina said, it's led by the African and Somali, and we are actually with the community. We feel with the community, and we know what the community needs. And unfortunately, some of the international communities, they are taking their time.
It takes a long time.
That's right. So Adesso cannot wait this. We are ready to move immediately, and we really want to support the people for shelter, for food, water, and and all the other essential needs. That's for short term. For long term, there's a need for repairing roads, which has been, and the bridges, which has been actually destroyed by the cyclone. And what's worse is actually our teams. They noticed there was mudslides.
Okay.
And those mudslides, they unearthed landmines, which come from during the Civil War. And we feel this needs an immediate attention. So there's multiple needs of on the ground, and Adesso has got the capacity. They have the know-how and the skills. But what we need, the appealing tonight, is actually we're appealing all the audiences for support, to support Adesso to carry out all of this. So we are appealing all the good-hearted Somalians and non-Somalis to support Adesso to carry out this work.
Okay, let me go back to Kavina. She's calling a long distance from Kenya. And Kavina, and how's the situation there? And can you tell us about it?
Sorry, did you say how is the situation?
Yeah, how the situation is there, because we have heard the situation is very, very grim.
Yes, it is still very grim. We are still gathering information, now really getting into the very remote and interior areas of Somalia where the disaster took place. And the information we're getting on the ground through the interviews that have been conducted by my colleagues in Somalia is that the situation is really, really bad. And the most important thing to notice is that, first, when a disaster like this happens, we get no clean water to drink. People don't have food, no fresh water. That's what water means. Also, it gets very cold in the night. So people who don't have any shelter will most likely either die. That will be the final outcome if there's no shelter or any warmth for them to cover their bodies. So what we need right now in terms of aid is, in the short term, is what you would call primary response, and that would mean food, water, and clothing, really. And we have also done something else so that we can reach to just about anybody who would like to make a donation. We've opened up accounts with the Hawalas in Somalia.
Right.
We have opened an Adesso Amana Global account at Amal Bank in Garowe branch.
Yes.
Some of your viewers may be aware of this area. Some of them may not. But we have those details which we can actually supply to our viewers tonight,
right,
which then maybe tomorrow morning they can actually go and make a donation straight that will actually go straight into Somali. Because in most cases, people always wonder where their donations during disaster appeals goes to.
Right.
And what we have done this time is actually open an account in those areas where the money is needed. It's not going to go directly to Adesso here in Nairobi. It's going to go to directly in Somalia.
Okay.
So that is one of the things that we identified was important.
Okay. Do you know the account number which you have in Amal? Hawala.
Yes, I have it right now if you would like me to read it out. Alternatively, if you'd like to me to send this by email, you let me know, but I've got it in front of me right now. I
think, okay, we have got a number, this number, if it's 0704 0704 0456 25901. Is that correct?
Absolutely correct.
Yeah,
yes,
0704 0456 25901. If you want to donate
And
anything,
there's a hyphen Adesso at the end of it.
Okay.
That's just an identification ID. Once it gets into that account, it will be identified for the cyclone appeal.
okay. Okay, thank you. Let me come back to Abdi. As you heard, she said people need clean water and clothes and food. That is the three main things that what they need.
Absolutely.
So what can you ask, what is your appeal tonight to tell the community who's watching you tonight around the globe?
Yes, imagine someone like who has no water, no food. Imagine children and mommies and all the people who has no food, nothing to drink, no shelter. So imagine, I mean, it's a really, really a desperate situation. Some of the photos our team collected are shocking.
It's shocking.
Just beyond belief. Some of the places like Madarbela and
Would you
Hafod,
tell them people to visit your organization's
That's right.
website and to see the pictures?
I think the best thing is if you visit www.adessoafrica.org. And I think from there you can see the dead animals, you can see, and then on that our website you can actually also donate. So it's
the donation is already set up there.
That's right, yes. So it's www.adessoafrica.org.
Also, if you the account
And also the account, the account is 0704562591 hyphen and Adesso, and that's with Amal and bank.
Right. Did you contact the Hawala itself to participate for this appeal?
We did.
Because they collect a lot of money from the the community. They transfer a lot of money to Somalia. They're rich people, so you should appeal for them also. But have you contacted them?
Yes, our people on the ground, I'm sure they will do that.
But here, I'm talking about here in UK.
Here in UK, yes, we're planning to do that.
Okay, Kavina, are you still there?
Yes, and I can add to that question as well.
Okay.
The question about contacting the Hawalas.
Right.
In the UK, the Hawalas have an organization called SOMSA. I'm sure you've heard of SOMSA.
That's correct, yes.
SOMSA is a collection of all the Hawalas that operate in the United Kingdom. We know all the members. We've been working in partnerships with them on a different issue that has to do with remittances in Somalia. Now, we have circulated the cyclone appeal to the Hawalas.
Right.
And we have appealed for support as well. So they are aware of this.
Oh, mashallah.
We have also circulated our cyclone appeal to many mosques. And I would also like your viewers tonight as well, if they could, act as ambassadors of Somalia and the people who've been affected, just to publicize our appeal in their local mosques, especially during Fridays on Salah, because that's when most people really feel empathetic to give to those who are in need.
You're right.
Also, if they could really, really, really talk to their own families about it or friends who can actually listen, this will go a very long way in helping those people who have been affected. Absolutely.
I think in terms of media, the coverage is very little. Do you think so? From Somali media, that's what I'm talking about. I've heard, Al Jazeera have been on the ground, but the Somalian also, some Somali media have been also on the ground. But have you heard any other international media to be in Somalia for the last few weeks, like CNN or BBC, something like that?
Not really, actually. I remember the first time I read or saw the cyclone disaster, the way it had affected Somalia, was actually on Sky News, and it was during the weather forecast. It wasn't on the main primetime news, but the one that got the most coverage was Typhoon Haiyan. So to be quite honest, there has been absolutely or very little media coverage, and it is quite appalling. Something like this of such high magnitude and disaster really can be ignored by the international media. And I would appeal to any of the specialist media, and I'm quite grateful to Start TV for actually allowing us to come on air and make our appeal to the general public.
Absolutely.
So yes, there has been very little coverage.
Absolutely. I mean, Star TV is always the forefront of the service, giving servicing for the community, and also we're very proud to be announced to our community to be participate for this appeal. Before you go on, what would be the last word to the Somali community, mainly who's listening tonight for this program, and what kind of appeal do you want to send to them?
I would first of all ask them to reach out to their hearts and think of their fellow countrymen who have lost their livelihoods, young children, women, old people who today are not going to have a meal, have no shelter, because a natural disaster took place. Not man-made, but a natural disaster. Think of a situation like this happening to you. How would you want your fellow countrymen to react? Think of it that way and reach out to the deepest part of your heart and generously make a donation. And let your neighbors, your friends, know about what's taking place and what's happening, and really come together. This is a time that all people from Somalia, and those who are not from Somalia, but all human beings are the same, reach out and really, really support those who are in need in Somalia.
Absolutely. That is, I think you had enough here, and we would like to thank you for joining us from Nairobi, and that was Kafina, the fundraiser manager in UK from Adesso organization. She has been appealed to your fellow human being, your fellow brothers and sisters who are suffering for this cycle natural disaster. We all need, as a human being, for help. And I would like to thank again Kafina. Thank you very much for joining us this program tonight. And I hope to see you again when you come back to London. We leave to you, we'd say goodbye from now. That was Kafina, and she's gone. Abdi, if we come back this program tonight, it's a very sadness. I mean, many people are still suffering because they can't access clean water. They don't have a proper clothes. They might not have a shelter. They might not have a food. So what do you want to ask? I mean, there are a number of Somalians who are watching tonight, and especially the Puntland people, they watching to you. What do you send in those areas, the people who live those areas? I mean, those affected areas, they should stand in more than other area because they are very close, the affected area. So what you are appeal towards all communities, but especially those who are close to those areas?
Thanks very much, Duale. I think the main thing is, Kafina already mentioned a lot of things, and the main thing is for immediate term, there's a need for shelter, water, medicine, other essential supplies. For long term, we're talking about restocking, giving the. We
also forget to. I mean, I've heard the report says medical supplies as well.
That's right. Yes. So Adesso is a forefront, and as I said before, was actually the first organization to be in Bandarbayla. And we have Adesso has got a lot of connections with the local community. Adesso knows what the needs of the local communities are. Adesso knows how to do a cost-effective and efficient way of doing, an emergency and relief activities. And we believe, unless an urgent action is taken, these people will suffer more. What's worse, a lot of water wells has been actually flooded, and destroyed. And some of the animal dead bodies are actually flooded in there as well. So there's worry about waterborne diseases, and what we're trying our best is to contain the situation and to carry out an emergency activities, and then from long term is to carry out repairing, as I said before, and repairing the bridges and the roads which has been affected. The area was already very remote, as I said before. So what we need now is actually do a lot of work in there. And a lot of people, they lost livestock.
Absolutely.
So we have to
And they
actually
need to replace now.
we have to actually restock,
Mm.
you know, livestock for them and keep them there rather than they all become IDPs,
Mm.
internally displaced in towns. So and then we wanted to support the communities at their local environment.
Mm.
And we like to assist the local fishing communities because a lot of them they lost, especially in Badr Baila and Hafun, and also there were cases in Las Qoray. They lost a lot of boats, fishing boats. So we are talking here, people's livelihood has been destroyed, completely destroyed. So it's actually beyond imaginable situation.
And there's no, as far as we heard, there's no many international media or many international, you know, support we don't see there. Somalia, it's looked like Somalia has been forgotten for almost the last.
As Kafina was saying, I think the world was busy, you know, Haivan in Philippines.
Mm.
And as unfortunately Somalia has got less, you know, less attention.
Exactly.
Same thing happened in 1992, you know, famine. And where the world was busy in the Balkans, and now unfortunately the similar situation we are seeing now in Puntland. And so, but now, you know, Somalis are everywhere. You know, there are a lot of good-hearted people around the world. We are appealing, you know, and these people, they need an emergency, an urgent support.
Absolutely.
And Adesso is trying all these skills and all of this human capacity to support.
Okay, the death toll was likely to be risen. That's what they say, the United Nations. So nobody knows how many have been already died in those areas and how many people have been affected. I mean, over 100,000, I think, is a huge number. So how are they going to get help quick?
Yeah, I think for death, it depends who's reporting. There are a lot of conservative, you know, numbers of death numbers, and
they said over 300 to 500. But
yes, I think there are various you know, numbers being given, and I think the best thing now, as you know, all the dead has been already buried. The main thing is now those who are still alive. They need support. I think that's the main thing.
And especially they need support.
Some of them, as Kafina was saying, they have no shelter at all, and the area is very cold. It's wind, you know, cold wind, and it's actually they are near death. So maybe we may lose money more unless we act quickly and fast
and swiftly.
Swiftly, indeed.
Exactly. If you're listening tonight, call us. Your call is very important. You can call 0203 397 2095. Where you're watching is Star TV. We are appealing for the victims of cyclone hits in Puntland. If you would like to donate some money, you can donate Hawala account to 0704 04 5625901. I repeat again, 070 404 562590, where you addressing is Adesso organization or any other Hawala. This is a very, very important. We need to support our fellow human, our brothers of Muslims. So if you're listening tonight, we appeal to you and to your family to take part. If you're going to call us and participate. What can they do for Adesso in that area, or what we can do together as a community of Somalis? So what and the message you have getting from your colleague at the moment? I mean, now you're talking every minute to your organization, and I know they're going to send you grim pictures and you know, upsetting pictures.
Absolutely.
And human loss there. You know, I've heard one man he's lost his family complete, you know, is wiped out.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna help for those kind of human beings?
We, as I said, Adesso carried out a rapid needs assessment. So we know what's needed. It's now what we need now is actually we need to have resources to carry out to fulfill these needs. We know how many families are affected. We know how many livestock has been lost. We know how many farms has been destroyed. We know how many boats has been completely destroyed, how many villages. So what we are appealing tonight is Adesso is known for its grassroots activities with the communities.
Have you contacted to the British government? As far as we know, they're part of the international community.
And I think Kafina will...
Sorry to interrupt you. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program, sister or brother. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Brother, welcome to the program. We're talking about the appeal for the victims of the cyclone who hits and many parts of Somalia, but especially in Puntland area.
Thank you very much, Duale. I'm Abdullah Hirot. I'm very sorry about that tragedy in Puntland, Somalia. I would like to make a bill and to ask my fellow Somali citizens to support their brothers and sisters who's been affected by this disaster. So I'm very, very sorry about that, and thank you very much for you and your team in Star TV, Duale.
This is, let me introduce you, and Abdi, who's representative from Adesso organization, who's operating many parts in Africa, but especially also Somalia, are with me tonight. And also Kavina, who I'm fundraiser manager, has been contacted from Nairobi. They're all appealing to get help to those affected people. So what can you add, and as many people are listening tonight, because the people need shelter, food, and medical supplies, and the situation is very difficult place. So what kind of a bill do you want to send to your community tonight?
This is the only time that my Somali people always stand on behalf of their sisters and brothers who's in need. And I appreciate their support and activities of these organizations and the active members of our community. We need to stand on behalf of those, families and, innocent kids and the other members of the community. And wherever we are Somalis, no matter where we are, where we live in Somalia. I would like to ask them to donate as much as they can.
Inshallah. Inshallah, I hope you yourself, to donate. And the account has already been read out, and it's 0704-046 and 2590. If you go even Amal, and you can donate there. So brothers and sisters, yes.
Thank you very much. We are part of the activities. We already raised $6,200. We sent to Puntland, especially Bosaso, and we are still working towards to help those people. And we actively working and encourage our people to stand and everyone to donate as much as they can.
Oh, excellent! That is good news. And what can you add, Abdi?
Yes, thank you very much. We really appreciate that, and wherever the support can be provided is really appreciated. Adesso has got a website. We have the website www.adessoafricainoneword.org. You can also donate in our website. You will see, the strategy, what has happened in Puntland. And we ask you to refer your friends, tell your friends, that wherever they are, and you can see also the activities where Adesso does in South Sudan, in Kenya, in Somalia.
So you operate all those parts in the Horn of Africa?
Yes. Okay. But at the moment, we are actually appealing support in an emergency appeal, on the crisis in Puntland, especially in areas where it has been badly affected by the cyclone.
Absolutely. As you have heard, the situation in Puntland area where cyclone has been hit is absolutely serious. If you want to donate, please donate at Hawala, Amala Hawala, and the account number is 070404562590. I hope everybody will donate. There are more than 500,000 in UK. If we get 30,000 or 40,000 who donate even £1, that will be enough. So please donate as much as you can and help your brothers. That could be, as Safina said, Kavina said, sorry, it could happen to anybody. You know, that problem can hurt any human being in anywhere in the world. So when you have a problem, you would like to get help. And this fellow human, then there are, hello, welcome, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Welcome to the program.
Hi, hello.
Hello, welcome to the program. Where are you calling? What's your name?
My name is Ismahan Botan.
Okay, Ismahan, welcome. What can you?
I'm calling from London.
Yes, what can you add for the program tonight? Because we are appealing for Puntland people who have been suffering for the cyclone heat.
I am glad to talk to you on the show.
Right.
And I would like to ask you this other man some questions.
Okay, Abdi, Mr. Abdi.
Yes.
Okay.
When they are starting this organization aid.
When did she's asking you, the lady.
And other question is and what do they hope to do to help the people? And other question is this organization going to the different areas in Somalia?
Okay. She has asked you 3 different questions. And when have you founded this organization? And are you operating in different area and around Somalia and other African countries?
Oh, thank you very much, Ismahan Botan. The ADES organization was actually established in 1991, and it operates in mainly Puntland, but also it has a main office in Mogadishu and also another main office in Nairobi. It also operates in South Sudan and also Northeast Kenya. So, but at the moment, the reason why we're here tonight is actually appeal for support in the cyclone victims in along with the coastlines of Puntland.
Did you hear that, Ismahan? And have you contacted yourself to your community tonight to donate some money? Hello? Are you still there, Ismahan? I think she's gone. Okay, if you are watching tonight, where you watching is Star TV. We are appealing for the people who are the victim of the cyclone, which had been hit in the part of Somalia, Puntland. So if you would like to donate, please call us. And where you can donate is Adesso, www.adessoafrica.org. You can go there and visit there, and you can donate as much as you can. There are a number of people who have been hit this cyclone, and a number of people have been died. We exactly don't know, but what we do know is there are many victims who are waiting for you tonight. So we are appealing to you to make the difference. Your pound or £10 or £20 will save a life, inshallah. So Adesso is ready here to work with you. So inshallah, our appeal to you is to donate some money. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, تعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. This is the best time you donate and save lives. You know, the life is very important. You know, if you lose the life, you will never come back again in this world. Absolutely. So, brother, I think we are very, very close to the end of the program. What I also want to do the next stage, if the people donate money, and will you able to yourself to try to go there and
yes,
do some
I
work?
mean, we have well-structured teams. Others has good well-established offices in Baran, in Bosaso, in Galkayo, in Garowe, and many other places. And as I said to you before, Adesso was actually, very active organization, one of the most effective organization.
Over 20 years, how many of you been working?
During the
years?
tsunami, was actually a lot of work has been done along with the coastal lines. The same area which has unfortunately been affected 2 weeks ago. So Adesso knows what's needed. We already carry out a rapid assessment, and we know what's needed. So we have the teams, well-trained teams who have a lot of experience, have a lot of connection with the local people, and we know what they're gonna do, and our aim is to actually work with the community in a most effective and efficient way. So I think that's the main thing. And then, as I said to you before, it's activities which are needed in a short term, in kind of emergency activities, and the longer term activities as well. But everything will depend on the funding availability of the support and resources.
Would you like to come back here and make appeal? And as far as we know, these people, they will need continuous support and solidarity from you and from Somalians. Would you like to come back to your organization, as you are a member of or representative of Adesso? Would you like to come back here and ask and assess the situation? We know there are a lot of people have been died, and we know the people, they need constant support. And now you're providing some of it, but still you need a lot of support from our community. I mean, we know many people talk the international communities, but it takes a long time to get there.
Absolutely.
But if somebody pays a penny, a pound today, and give to you, it goes by tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So that is what the difference is.
Yeah.
So what do you want to tell, inshallah, to the community tonight, again and again, because we need to save lives, inshallah?
Yes. What I like to tell the communities is your brothers and sisters are suffering. No shelter, nowhere to sleep, no water to drink. Children have no milk, there's no food, and they don't know what tomorrow is going to be. So any support you can provide, any support of one kind, of whatever, how small or big, is highly appreciated. And Adesso is, as I said before, it is one of the only African international organization who actually been there within 72 hours when the cyclone has happened. Adesso has got all the know-how, it has all the knowledge, it has all the connections needed. So we are asking you, all the brothers and sisters, please help.
Okay.
Please support our people.
Did you contact to the British organizations who support you?
I think Kavina, our fundraising manager here in the UK, is going to do that. She already started. She's going to do that. I mean, there are a lot of things we needs to be done. And Kavina, as she said on the phone, is actually,
I didn't ask about what I wanted, whether they.
Right. Yes.
While we live here in UK, I mean, we can contact our government to support these people, because they have so many organizations.
Absolutely.
So many different organizations.
As you know, Duale, government, international governments, or Western governments, or international UN agencies, normally they take too long. They have to prepare projects. They have to, do assessment after assessment, and by then there will be
a disaster.
Many lives may get lost. So what Adesso is trying is
to save lives.
No matter how much money or how small the money is, we're trying to move quickly and swiftly, and at least save the lives. And try to even do as minimum as we can with the mega resource we have. So that's the difference. So we know what's in there already. We know we have the knowledge, but we need support.
Inshallah. Yeah. If you're watching tonight, where you're watching, this is A-Star TV. We are appealing for the affected area in Puntland. Many people have lost their lives, and others still are waiting help from you, inshallah. And if you want to help them, please call us and donate some money even. Call us. We will give you exactly the number of the donation or the hotspot, inshallah, and where you can donate some money. it's your donation is very, very important. We know every country supports their people, and inshallah, if you live here or anywhere in the world, please donate as much as you can. Saving lives, that's what we need. Many people have already died from Somali community, wherever they are. We need to save lives. It's very important that there are young children who might born those days, and today they are on survival. We know we have children as well, and you know, if they can't get the milk that they need, with the food they need, they're gonna die, you know. And we need to save lives. If you save lives, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help you. So as you're Somalian, wherever you are, please call us. And your call is very important. There's already somebody on the line. Please, you are on air on Star TV. So welcome to the program, please. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I'm Ismahan. I'm sorry, my telephone is cut off.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, make your comments, inshallah. You're on air.
Yes, I will give it to you some comments.
Right, okay.
Yes. I am very happy about Adesso organization giving to the people of the cyclone.
Right.
And I wanted to encourage this organization to help South Somali refugees as well.
Okay.
And who don't have shelter or food, people will be encouraged by the organization to get involved and help.
Okay, excellent.
And would you like to ask me any questions, Duale?
Yeah, I've already questioned you. Have you contacted your community and your support, your friends and family to donate tonight some money? Because people are calling us, but we haven't heard. Yes, Brother Hirit called us and he said we already we had some donations and we already sent. So are you preparing yourself to send in some donations, inshallah, to others, so then they take that responsibility to deliver where it's needed? I'm sorry, the line is cut off. We're very close to the end of the, inshallah, the program. Oh yes, maybe she's come back. Have you contacted the Puntland government as well since you've been there?
That's right. Yes, we work with the Puntland government, and they at the moment we are actually doing assessment together to carry out secondary reassessment of some areas. So we are working not only Puntland government, but also local and international organizations, as well as the UN. So we are all working as an one team. But as I said before, this was the first. We had the first-hand knowledge of the area. We were the first to go there and collect information. So some of the other international NGOs, they were actually relying on us by getting the reports from us. So yes, we work anyone who is willing.
But no international community. There's no international NGOs at the moment now operating there.
There are some, but some of the areas no one reached yet. Some of the areas, places like Bandar Baila, Hafoum.
I don't know how big is that land. Can you imagine?
It's a very huge area and it's along the coast. And
is it 300, 400, 500 kilometers, something like that?
No, some of the places are 600 kilometers towards the
so
coast.
So how can you reach there? I mean, if
it's very rough road.
It's very
rough road. You have to try to use the local guides. And as I said, Adessa knows this area very well. And some of the places you have to actually walk. Use your feet to collect. Go there and reach the communities. Some of the places are very, very remote.
Very remote,
and
it's been cut off.
Indeed, yes, indeed. It's just beyond, it's imaginable, beyond imagination. So that's why it's really important. We need to support these communities.
Absolutely.
Yes.
As you're watching us from Star TV, we're still appealing tonight to the victim of cyclone in Puntland. And inshallah, your support is very, very important. Even if you call us and make your comment, it's going to help us and help those people, inshallah. Make dua for them, that's important. if you make dua, the dua is main important. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save lives. He can save lives. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala support those people. There's another caller on the call. And hello, welcome to the program. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Barakallahu Fika for calling us tonight. Adesso is here and they are appealing for the victims of the cyclone who had been hit part of Somalia in Puntland. So what comment or what donation do you want to donate tonight? Inshallah.
First of all, my name is Abdi, all right, and I'm really happy what you just doing. But there is one question I need to ask you. Why the program is on English language?
All right,
Why you don't
I will tell
language,
you.
I mean.
I will tell you, inshallah.
Because there is loads of Somali people who can't understand English language.
I will tell you, inshallah. Did you call only as that, or you want to donate some money tonight, inshallah, or make dua for the people?
No, I make dua and inshallah I donate for the people, inshallah.
Okay, if you want to donate, you can go www.adessoafrica.org, or you can go Amal account, which you know it is Hawala organization. The number or the account number is 070-404-5625-901. Or you can pop in their office and you ask, I want to donate.
Okay, thank you very much. Inshallah, donate.
Jazakallahu khair. Jazakallahu khair for your call. We've got only a few minutes left at the moment, and we reached at the end of the program. So we here as Star TV, and we want to make donation as well, inshallah, and we will tell you, inshallah. But we have got only a few minutes. What will be your last words to the viewers, inshallah?
Thank you very much. Adesso, as I said to you before, we are the grassroots organization, and we've been with the community for over 23 years. And Adesso will make sure any donation is actually sent directly to the community and spent on it.
Sorry, I want to cut you off. Hello, welcome. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Duale. How are you?
Brother, alhamdulillah. Where are you calling from? And it's very important you call us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you.
Is this only for Bulan or is it for all Somali who get the disaster?
And at the moment, they said we are operating on that area in Puntland, but they operate many parts of Somalia and also in East Africa. Yes,
the cyclone hit
the cyclone area.
The cyclone hit area is actually in Puntland.
Yeah.
You know that area. In Ail, Hafun, Baderbeila, Qandala, Las Qoray, all that's along the coast. So
that's where they're operating at the moment. So would you like to comment about it? Would you like to donate? The brother is cutting off. We got only 2 or 3 minutes.
So I think, as I said before, it's actually what we're trying to actually reach the community. We already been with the community. We carry out the assessment, and what we're trying now is actually, do something. So with your support, with the support of the people with good hearts, we ask you to support us. Then we can actually help the community.
Okay. Inshallah, this is the last few minutes. As you have heard tonight, we were appealing to the people who have been hit by cyclone in Puntland area. But there are many places has been hit in Somalia, but all Somalians need to get support from you. We always refer our problems, our support for international communities. But as you Somalian, that is duty for you to discharge. And this is your duty to pay some money to your fellow human beings, Somalians, who really want your help. We're appealing as we are Star TV, and we here tonight. And inshallah, your donation might save lives. Inshallah, I would like to thank to Abdi Umar Abdi Dahir, who come from Adesso organization, who are now operating in Puntland area where the cyclone has been hit hard and killed many people, including livestock. And also I want to thank to my producers, Mahmoud, And I would like to thank my callers, and I want to thank you for you watching from Start TV
and Kafina.
And inshallah, and I would like to, I forget the Kafina who are fundraiser or the fundraising manager in UK, and she's also from Adesso. She has been talking to us at the beginning of this program. I would like to thank them. I would like to thank you and thank you for coming tonight. And I would like to thank to everybody who has called us. For me, as a Duale, I was presenting this program, and where you watching was Star TV. Before I leave, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Until next time.
Thank you. Thank you.